Hello, how are you? How are you doing? By now, most people have heard about the South African series, The Polygamist. It's not a true story, but it is based on a book by a Zimbabwean writer. I watched it a few weeks ago, probably one of the last people to watch it. What caught my attention wasn't just about the series itself. Everyone talked about the sex in the series, and again, that's not why I watched it. What caught my attention was what happened afterwards. When I read through comments and reviews online, and not just from South Africa, but from people around the world, I realized something quite sad, quite heartbreaking. So many women were saying, my father is Jonas, and even some men. I know a Jonas. This is my uncle. This was my family, or this is my family. These comments made me sad. Don't get me wrong, I know about polygamy. Both my grandfathers were polygamists. And actually, I don't know whether I am empathizing or sympathizing with these people. All I know is that I'm thinking about people who were not able to just watch this series, enjoy it or not enjoy it, but they just couldn't because this was their life or they are still living it. And that's what I want to talk about today. Not about the sex in the series, there was a lot of it, or an implication of sex. Not about Jonas himself, but the aftermath of Jonas. Because the real damage isn't about what Jonas did, it is what he did. It is what is the damage that came afterwards. The real damage is what he leaves behind. He leaves behind wives that he has hurt, girlfriends. He leaves behind families that are never going to be able to recover, relationships that are permanently damaged between children from different mothers, different homes, and sometimes generations that carry wounds that they didn't create. Some daughters grow up believing this is how men are. I've actually spoken to teenage girls who said exactly that. Teenage girls who already are from broken homes, who already say that's how men behave. Some girls are accepting of this behavior in resignation, not understanding that there is another way. Then there are the sons, the boys, who sadly have learned or are learning that this is how you treat women. Others have made decision that they will never be like their father. Like children of alcoholics or drug addicts. But it's not that simple. Healing is not that simple. One of the things that this series showed is so many of us are not really quite as intentional as we think we are. We behave in ways that we think would not affect other people. We don't think about the ending of our lives or the ending of what we're doing. The son that never believed he would become his father. I watched the whole thing and I never thought for 1 second it was going to end like that. Yet during his father's funeral, what was he doing? He was repeating the very behavior that he had condemned all of his life. He was timid, he was weak, and here he was behind the church during the service while his father was being buried, having sex with the very same girl his father slept with last. But the thing is, this sex scene, this last one, wasn't really about sex. It was about cycles, how things go around, how things come around. It reminded me that for so many things that we do, we don't Remember that kids are observing. Children copy behavior long before they listen to advice. They don't do as we say, they do as we do. And our behavior speaks louder. I thought about this and I thought, this is like debris that is left behind, The aftermath of Jonas is that lives have been permanently marked by his choice, by the choices he made. For all the Jonases in this world, the lives they leave behind are permanently marked. Some people recover. Some spend years in therapy trying to recover. Some will never heal. Jonas had money, he had influence, he had power. Yet look at how his life ended. So many men live like this, even though who are not Jonas, thinking that things are going to be okay when they're old. They live this way believing that because they've provided financially, they paid school fees, they bought food, they gave shelter, that they've done enough and everybody will forgive whatever behavior they were. But then old age comes. They expect their wives, it never ceases to amaze me how certain people have behaved in ways that people just don't understand how much they've hurt people. And they don't understand the damage that they have caused. And they expect that when they're old, the wife that they have left behind, the children that they didn't look after in the way they should have, will be there. And I look at not just the Jonas, but other men who then look to the wife of their youth, the one that they started out with, and expect her to just come running or just be there. And then they're bitter. They don't understand why the children are bitter, why the woman will not come to look after them. We're hearing more about grey divorce now, when older couples are getting divorced. But that's what we're talking about now. Jonas, let me go back to Jonas. He was totally oblivious to what damage he had caused. He thought he had provided. Look at the house I built for them. Every woman had their own house. They had the cars. They had the money to spend. And I think, for me, these Jonases, the people who are so consumed with satisfying themselves that they genuinely cannot see the pain they have caused. To me, this is one of the saddest forms of selfishness. Then there was the violence. The build-up from Jonas's anger over any backchat from anyone, young or old. He just couldn't take any scolding. He couldn't take any wrongdoing. He just couldn't see his wrong. Then he beat Joyce and Matiba. And for me, that was the last line that he crossed. Yes, you might say, oh, that really was it. Yes, for me, I cannot take violence of any kind. I don't support violence against anyone. I don't support a woman. I don't support a man hitting a woman. I don't support a woman hitting a man. And I don't support domestic abuse in any form, emotional, physical. I just don't support any kind of abuse. I'm laughing now, even though what I want to say next is not funny. But that scene where Matiba slapped him, not that he didn't deserve it, but I thought to myself, seriously, African man, you slapping an African man? Now, this is a life imitating act, right? But that doesn't make it right. As much as Jonas should have been flogged to an inch of his life, it doesn't make it right. It is still wrong. And I'm going to have to say again, what disturbed me wasn't just the violence. It's again Jonas' inability to believe he had wronged people. He hurt his family so many times. His daughter tried to talk to him. Not his first daughter now. Who was even older? Essie's daughter or the one in the house? But she tried to talk to him. This was daddy's girl. And he just increased the volume of the TV. He just couldn't see that. He just couldn't apologize. And that's the inability that caused damage, that destroyed relationships. The relationships are destroyed long before they actually end because of that, the inability to acknowledge that it had caused damage. It just broke relationships. This series also made me think about women. Before I say what I think about the women in this series, there was a video clip I saw online quite recently. A man asked a woman, "When are you coming over?" And she replied, who is so and so on your phone? I can't remember the name now. And his response I was shocked, even though I was just watching a clip. And he said, "She's the one coming if you don't." Our reply was, "I'm on my way." And I remember sending a message to the person that posted it. Is this true? Is this what is happening now? And his reply was, a man said, was, "Yes, that's the way it is now." And I had to ask myself, when did we get here? When did so many women begin to accept treatment that robs them of their dignity? Or is it that they didn't realize that they're being disrespected? Is there such a serious shortage of men that this kind of behavior has become normal? What is it about us right now that we don't see what is wrong in this, in this kind of conversation, this kind of relationship? Going back to Jonasi, the series, to the Polygamist, the series, I asked some teenage girls what they thought about the women in the series. I was surprised at their response. They felt Essie, they felt Essie and Matiba had very little self-respect because they tolerated so much. These are teenagers in secondary school. They were actually quite disgusted with Matiba and how she used her body to get what she wanted. They saw Joyce as the strongest because she fought for what she believed she had built and she stood her ground. She was crazy, but whether we agree with these opinions or not, I find it interesting that young people are already analyzing what healthy and unhealthy relationships look like. And maybe that's where this conversation should continue. I listened to an interview by the author of this of the book that the series is based on. She said she wrote the book after seeing the acceptance she witnessed and saw the acceptance of the small house in quote. That is the mistress in Zimbabwe. But this is not just an African thing. France is also known for the acceptance of the mistress. How do the children in this kind of relationship, in this kind of family, how the children heal after growing up with a Jonas for a father? How do women rebuild their confidence after years of betrayal? How do sons learn a different model of manhood? How do daughters learn to expect better? That this is not how men should behave. The truth is, not every Jonas looks exactly like the one on the series. I watched another interview. I've been really interested. I've really invested in this polygamist. I watched an interview, a CNN interview, and the author that plays Jonas said something that's really true. He said, as part of what he was saying, as long as there's someone in power who is able to oppress another person, that's a Jonas. And isn't he so right? Jonas, and not all of them are obvious. Some are less obvious. Some wear expensive suits. He was in a corporate world. Some are respected in business. Some are so successful in corporate environments, exactly like Jonas was. Some hide behind wealth, influence, and status. Some are politicians, he said. So he said some are politicians, some are priests, some are your chief down the road, some are the village head, And it brings me to another to another question. Does money change people? Okay, I'm going to answer my own question. I think money just simply reveals who we already are. Is the corporate world really like this? Do some people still rise through manipulation and sexual favors? I thought we women fought for this. We fought to get ahead. We fought to be equal. And yet, here we are. Do men still believe they can take whatever they want because they have the power? Again, I'm answering my own question. Yes, some still are. We read about it in the news all the time. It's quite sad, but these things are still happening. But do they have to become normal? Do we have to accept the Jonases of this world? We don't have to raise another generation that believes dysfunction is simply that's how life is. It is what it is. It cannot be. We can choose better, healthier relationships. We can choose accountability. We can choose respect. And most importantly, we must choose healing. Because if there's an aftermath of Jonas, there's got to be an aftermath of healing. So, have you watched The Polygamist? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And more importantly, did you take any lessons away from it? Until next week, take care of yourself, take care of the people you love, and remember, subscribe, like, and share. It's been Coffee with Temi. Bye for now.